Hello. Need a screen over here. Oh. Why does that only work half of the times? Guess I'll never know. Hi. Welcome to the CNC Garage live stream. Today I'm just going to test some. I'm trying to learn how to work on already made laser cut files. A lot of the files you find on the internet is made for different size of material already, and if you have a slightly different thickness on your material than the one they have used on the internet, then you have to kind of work on the sizing. So I'm just going to try to test some scaling options and trying to work out how much of a tolerance I need to have in the small cutting areas. So I'm just going to do some test laser cutting today with this laser cutter, and yeah, that's about it, I guess. So feel free to ask me any questions if you want in the chat. I'll be around. I was hoping on sharing my screen, but apparently it didn't work. I can do a window sharing, I guess. Yeah, I'll do it like that. So that's basically, that scaling didn't work. Hang on. Scale. Transform. Like that. So that's kind of a bird. Looks like a parrot or something. And I'm just going to work on that file a little bit, do some test cutting, and then do some more adjustments, and then some more test cutting, just to find out the perfect tolerance you need to have in the. There are these holes here. They're pre-made to a 3mm material, but the one I have is 3.1. So I'm just going with that. I'm just going with the 3. What is it? I just need to hit that. Sorry, that's my smoke alarm is whining today. I don't think I have any more batteries, so I'm not able to fix it right now. 3.12 is basically what I'm testing with. So sending that over to the laser cutter, and then I'll switch to that, or maybe that view. Yeah. I just need to move the material in there a little bit. What I'm doing right now is just adjusting the work area on the MDF, and now I'm setting the table height. So I'm actually raising the table up to the laser cutter head. I'm and back again to the sensor, and then I'm going to do some laser cutting. Just to double check that we actually have audio from inside the... Whoa! Sorry, there was some music on there. I didn't actually get to listen to it. And let's view our new telemetry. Woohoo! That's always fun. So these are the only two sensors active right now. Should be the laser cutter table temperature, that's inside the room, and the laser cutter tube temperature is in the room behind the laser table. Whoa. So let's see then if we were able to get the right tolerances. I think it needs to be a little bit tighter. So this is the bird. Cool little thing. As you can see, it's very shaky at the moment. The tolerances in the slots are too big, so it kind of falls apart. You could be able to fix this with gluing it, but I don't know. I really like it when things just snap in. So it's a really nice experience. That's why I'm doing this testing today. That's the whole point of the testing, just to work out how this should be. But the person that made this file is pretty good. Just yeah. Let's go down a 0.1 millimeter in the slots and see what that does to the file. So I'll just go back to screen sharing. Screen sharing. And I really need a 9-volt battery. So let's go down. Check this. Now it's almost 3. It's exactly 3 millimeter. So let's see what happens. What happens when we do that on the. Send the file over to the laser cutter, and I'll switch the view. Yeah, that looks good. We'll just do another test. I really like this view. As you can see, the temperature in the laser cutter has gone down with almost 1 degree. And that's because the air blowing through it is... there's a lot of air moving through when the smoke gets pushed out with the big fans. You can see the big fan is the hole in the middle there. That's where the smoke is being pulled down. You can see it's burning through. Doing 3mm MDF doesn't generate that much smoke, so it's a really nice material to work with. So feel free to say hello in the chat if you want. I am live on Mixer, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and what's the last one? I don't remember anymore. You can see some of the some of the parts fall through when they're finished cutting. That's what happens when you don't use a honeycomb grid beneath. When you use this kind of those black rails instead of a honeycomb. Honeycomb is like a beehive material. It's much smaller. It's able to hold small things very well. Just waiting for the smoke to clear. Usually run 20 seconds after I'm finished, just to make sure all the smoke gets out of the box. Let's see if this fits better. see I need to do some cleaning in here. So let's see then. Let's get those wings in there. Yeah, it's tighter. It still could be a little bit tighter. And that's kind of amazes me, because when I make things, I usually have 3.1 millimeter, and now it's exactly 3. So this is, it's tighter, but it's still not tight enough. I wonder if looks like I still need to go, so this was the other one, it's much looser. Still feels like I have to go like a 0.05 millimeters more. To make it kind of snap. Some of the parts are pretty tight, but especially the wings and the bigger, yeah, at least maybe even 1 millimeter. Let's do 0.5 first. So if you just joined and wondering what the heck I'm talking about, I'm just trying to work out the perfect slot width on the material I'm working on. So it's basically just testing. You have to do a lot of testing when you have a laser cutter, because there's a lot of things that can come into play when you're doing stuff. And so what I'm doing now, I'm just trying to get my measuring tool to snap to the right. So it's actually already less, 2.968, and I still have some to go. Wow, I'm wondering, is all of these slots the same, or is the design bad? .968, yeah. So I'm wondering if this program actually takes into play the curve. So let's go down to 2.9. And that's a lot. That's 0.06 millimeters smaller. Just need to play around with the scaling options there and just see when you kind of hit your mark. There's no exact science to this software. So it's almost there, 2.905. That's good enough. That should be. It's either exactly tight enough or it's too tight, I think. Let's see. So feel free to say hello in the chat. Just need to reprogram my some of my camera settings. I have like something called a stream deck lying over here, and I use this to switch through channels. But I really want this to switch to this one, so let's do that. And that noise is a pain in the ass. Sorry. Doing some fixing on the audio side, and we should be good to go. Getting my glasses on again. I was just waiting for the air to clear. So we have a question on the chat. Does the laser cut inside or outside the path to split it? It's kind of in the middle. And there's something called kerf. Kerf is the offset. So basically you have a hair. If you pull a hair from my head, then it's basically 0.1 millimeters wide or something. And that's the same for the laser, right? It has the laser is shining down on the material with a width, and the width of the laser is the curve. So it in the software it kind of tries to hit all of these lines in the middle, and then it calculates in something called curve usually, and that's the offset from the thickness of the laser. So let's see then how this turns out. So let's see. Let's start building birds again. do birds. Oh, this is nice and tight. That's exactly how I want it. Oh, perfect, because now it's not gonna fall apart, except when you drop it. Actually, it didn't fall apart then either. So this is I think this is exactly what I want to do. So this is nice and super tight. You can see there is almost no, basically none at all. You can see the other one here. It has a much more play in the slots. And the first one has a lot more. This is the first one. You can see it's basically, if I just falls apart. Perfect. I think I hit my mark. Whoa. Best thing with making stuff is if they break, you can make more. So this looks pretty good, I think. Nice little birdie. The most important thing with this test is not this bird, it's what tolerance I need to put in when I'm making bigger stuff that needs to go together. I use something called Fusion 360, and that's a drawing program from Autodesk. It's basically a CAD program, there is a tool to import STL files, so you can go basically find a 3D object like a bird on something called Thingiverse or other places where you get your 3D printer stuff from, and you can slice it up with something called Slicer inside Fusion, and then you get the XF files. The XF files are flat files that looks like, hang on, just looks like this. So you import the files, and then you basically just make sure that the scaling on the stuff that needs to go together is the correct thickness, and that's what I'm working on. So if I do this, 2.9 millimeter, and the thickness of this material is 3.1, so it's almost 0.2 millimeter of kerf width outside of this program. 2.9. Just need to write this down. I have a Excel, like a spreadsheet where I write important things down. So I remember them, because there's a lot of things to remember, and it's better to have everything at one place then. So laser cut the files. So how should I put this? I'll just put this to 2.9 millimeter slot. Gives a cool. Yeah, let's try another one. I'll just find another file. Maybe we should make one more bird. I have two kids, and maybe the other one wants one as well. Let's make another bird. while that is making some burn marks, I'll just do another file. That's finished then. What I'm doing right now, I'm just looking for some more cool stuff to make. This one is a little bit too big for my material. It's apparently it's a submarine. I've never seen that type of submarine before. My multi-viewer somewhere. There it is. Ooh, a giraffe. Let's do that. Open. Where is it? Disappeared again. This one. This one is definitely small enough. I'll just lock the scaling. Put it up in the corner there. And now we need to do the same thing again. We have to double check that our slot width is 2.9. It's too big now, so we have to go down a little bit. Still too big. It's 2.955, so I have to go down 0.05 millimeters more. And there is no exact science to this scaling tool, unfortunately. In Fusion you have a scaling tool if you put in some values on your meter, and then you can scale to... Oh, that's too much. Let's go a bit up again. .925, that's too much. A little bit back. A little bit. .911. Ooh, close. I want it just a little bit tighter. You don't want this to fall apart, right? 2.890. Ooh, that's nice and perfect, just like we wanted. So let's make that giraffe. Just save that file so we have it if we want to make it one more time. Another time? It happens a lot. If you just sending the file over to Lasercutter, and then we switch our view. Now we just need to set our offset of the machine. Remove the old stuff. Need to make another bird. Little birdie. The giraffe is a little bit smaller than the that looks good. So we'll just run that. Just lower that sound when you hear the material fell through, because that means that the cut was perfect. Sometimes you don't, if you don't have your settings tuned right in, you're not always able to cut directly through. Just need to clean the laser head. Make sure that everything is nice and clean. mirrors look perfect. At least one of them does. Let's just see if it snaps together and we'll make one more. That's one cute giraffe. Look at that. Just need to work out what's the back legs and the front legs. I think it's reversed. But it feels okay, so I'll make one more. This one was awesome. Perfect. The kids will love this. I think I love this. Oh. It's the wrong button. So that's finished. I think I'll just make one more. Let's do an elephant. Woohoo! I think I kind of found the sweet spot of the slot width, and that's the important thing, because that I'm going to need that on basically everything I do that needs to fit together. So that's the reason why I do these little things right now. Learn by doing. Still way too small. so it's too big now. Mm-hmm. 3.8, still too big. Three 3.5. 3.1. A little bit more. And a little bit more. Mm-hmm. 2.938, a little tiny 0.03 millimeter more ish. Two 925 more. We need more. Jesus. I know I have to go to the store tomorrow and buy a 9-volt battery for that smoke alarm. 2.8 for, oh, a little bit too much. Just a little bit back. Like a couple of hairlines. 2.8, 18 actually. Unfortunately, I don't know who the creator of this elephant is, because I found it online. If I knew, I would definitely credit the designer, because I really love those tiny little things. Somebody put some effort into making this, and I appreciate that. So let's call this elephant. Send the file over to the machine. So, thanks for the following, XDoX on Mixer. Remember to check out my Twitch channel. It's called cncgarasjen, just in the same typing. It's in the top right corner. I'll switch back to the laser. Oh. I made a mistake. I didn't see that one coming. sometimes there is some interference on the webcam, so the camera actually stops working for a little while. Sorry about that. There's a lot of stuff going on in terms of interference in this garage. Electrical wise. Love it when these things just snap together. So that's an elephant. Just missing its last thing here somewhere. There it is. That was really cool. Yeah. Let's have a little look at it. It's an elephant. Not sure if the ears is supposed to go the other way, but easy design, but it's perfect for kids. So now we have our little own zoo, actually. Just gonna make one more of that elephant and one more giraffe, and then I'll move on to something else. I can imagine if you make a lot of these at the same time, and you try to assemble, trying to work out which part goes for which, then you have a small problem. Just need to do a little bit of cleanup in the machine. Getting rid of some excess parts that's been laying around. These things can catch fire if they just stay there. We don't want that. I do every possible way of making sure that we are running a safe operation all the time. That's why I always use glasses. These are special laser protection glasses that keep your eyes protected from the invisible light frequencies of the laser beam. The CO2 laser emits an invisible light, and these glasses are made to take that light and protect your eyes. Apparently you should be okay with just using the glass in the machine is enough to catch most of those light invisible frequencies, but dangerous as well. But just make sure. I always use protection glasses. And I also always use air protection when I have a lot of noise from the CNC machine, and it's always nice to be safe. Why the heck shouldn't you, right? Life's too short to screw it up or some accidents that you could avoid. Some accidents are just accidents and they happen anyway. But at least if you try to reduce the risk, then you're left with something you can live with. Almost finished for the cleanup now. Just need to get some old stuff out of the way. Good. Much better. So what should we do now? If you have any comments, questions or whatever, just say hello. I'll try to answer. If you want to say hello to the petting zoo. This is a giraffe and this is an elephant, and this is a parrot, I guess, or some type of bird. And they have one thing in common. They all just came out of a piece of MDF a couple of minutes ago. So let's see if I can find some more cool files to make. I don't have that much material left to work with on that piece. You can see if I close the lid. Whoa. Let's try and close it a little bit harder. Oops. Yeah. We have some material on the left and a little bit on the right corner. Let's see if we can find some cool things to make over there. Let's do a new file. Go looking for some pre-made DXF files. I'm just looking through some files now. I'm sorry, but you can't see the files I'm seeing at the moment, but you'll see them soon, I guess. Oh, this one could be cool. Not sure what scale size would be the best for this. I guess bigger is better when it comes to these types of things. It has some tiny holes in there. So how big is that? It's 49. Oh, it's 26 centimeters. Yeah, 26 centimeters deep. I have that. I think I have that size over here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just push this to the I think we're going to do the outer cut last. See how that turns out. See how big it is. just fixing some files, and actually doing some other stuff as well. I'm working on some projects called some Node-RED projects, and they are pretty awesome. Well, that didn't work. So let's see then. We uploaded the file. Let's see if the work area is big enough to do that file. Oh. Too big. Maybe if we scale it down a little bit. Send it over again. Test it. Yeah, much better. Oh, still outside the box. Well, it's better. Still needs to go down a little bit. Or maybe not. Let's just run that. So this has some detail to it, so it will take some time. But we can wait a little bit. Simulation says that it should take around 9 minutes. Well, we have 9 minutes, right? So this turned out to be pretty cool. It's like that. You can paint this and we'll get some really cool depth on this. It's not my design, it's somebody else. Unfortunately, I don't know who, but thank you anyway. It's really nice. Turned out pretty cool. This is one of the scrap parts. Just leave this out in the garage for a day and then let it breathe. I think it's time to call it a day, I guess. It's late. It's over 12 o'clock in Norway, so it's time to get some rest. Thanks for watching, alright? Remember to click on twitch.tv /cncgarasjen. You can see the typing in the top there, and you can also visit my website. You can buy some cool stuff on the web shop if you're from Norway. And thanks for watching. Alright, remember to click follow on Twitch. That's my main channel. I really appreciate it. Alright, thank you. Bye bye.